Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just click the link in the show description to support now.
Hey, before the show here, this is your short host, the shorter of the two hosts. I'm not necessarily short, but this is out of the two people on the show, I'm the shorter one. And unless Mom is there, then I'm the second tallest. But before the show starts, the end of the show is gonna be very abrupt because I decided I had to make a decision to cut out a good 10-minute conversation, only because these episodes do go up on YouTube, and I do not think YouTube would be happy listening or accepting that, and I'm trying to avoid as many strikes as possible. We already have strikes, unfortunately, on the channel for things we've done or said in the past, or in music, or whatever it may be. So all I'm saying is the episode will end abruptly. If you want to hear that part of the episode, let me know, and I will find a way to either post it somewhere so you can listen to the last 10 minutes. It'll be the full episode, but, you know, the last 10 minutes of the show. Or, if you know me directly, I'll just send it directly to you so you can hear. It's nothing groundbreaking. It just may be a little superficially edgy for today's, YouTube comments. But enjoy the show. It was fun. It also was recorded at 1 to 2 a.m. So we're a little out of it, but enjoy the show.
What's up?
Welcome to... You gonna talk over me now?
Okay.
Welcome to the Super Chevy Brothers podcast. This is episode, and it is currently
we just give it up now.
It's in there somewhere.
It's an episode. It's an episode of some sort.
It is 7/7/2026, July. That's the 7th month. You know, I always get my Junes and Julys, my Septembers and Septembers. I always get those mixed up. They made them too close to each other.
September's. Wait, July has nothing to do with those.
Well, June and July, because they're J's and they're 6 and 7 and they're right next to each other. They're both 4 letters, right? And then you've got yeah, yeah. And then you've got September.
Can you
and September.
Read?
Huh?
Are you working on Charlie time? Do you
What,
know how to read?
what is June? Are June and July not the 6th and 7th months of the year?
They are.
Do they not both
Six-
begin with the
six,
letter
7.
J? And
They
U?
do. They do. I'll concede.
And are
I'll
they
concede.
not both 4-letter words? They are.
No, I don't think they are. I think June's got 6. It's the 6th month. It's got 6.
Okay,
6
so let's
letters.
talk
I think
about
that's fair.
Anyway, the same thing as the other 2 months. I went to the doctor the other day. I've been going to the doctor a lot recently. I died halfway, but
No.
you ever see you know how how okay, you know how I'm in Texas, right? And there's a lot of Republicans here, right? And they don't really have
Yes.
other people to fight with because most of the people are Republicans, and so they'll say stuff to get each other upset. I was at the doctor's office and waiting in the second lobby, not the first lobby. This is a lobby after you talk to the doctor, and you gotta go talk to the other doctor, and they sit you like in the corner of a different lobby, and mostly old people at this office, and there's a couple. I mean, they're old. The one guy, he talks like JFK, but he's probably the right age. You know what I mean? Like, how old is RFK?
He's like 70 or some shit.
Yeah, this guy's having 95 or something. He's like,
oh, okay, bet.
He's old. Bet. He's old, big guy. He's old, talk like that, yeah. And he's with his wife, and she's an old woman too. She's got a hunchback. She really bends over, and to not bend over, I don't know if it's like part of her thing, but when she stands up and walks, she creaks her back up, and her elbows go like, imagine like those old toys where they have like 60-degree elbows. Her elbows go way back, and she sticks her chest out, and she walks like with her arms like shaking and real tiny steps. Okay. So the doctor called the husband back. It's an eye doctor, so look at whatever is going on with him. So he has like this little pouch where he keeps all his medicine. He's an old man, and she has her purse or something. And they both went together at first, and then she came out, and he kept the purse. And this other couple comes, and they're a younger couple, but not young, probably like 50 something. And they come and sit down, and they see the old woman walking back, and she's walking back with her peculiar way of walking. She's like bent her hunchback back to normal, and she's walking with her chest out and her elbows pointed directly behind him. And she comes and sits back down in the lobby, and the young couple guy, he says, "Man, I thought my back hurt till I saw you walking in here like that."
That's fucking crazy.
And so the woman
that's fucking nuts.
She just looks at him, and he said, "Yeah, my back don't hurt so bad." And she's carrying 2 bags. And he's like, "Why you got 2 bags there? Is that your husband's purse?" And she said, "Actually, it is his bag." He said, "Oh, does it match his gay little outfit?"
Bro, no, that's you were experiencing things that shouldn't be experienced. I'm not sure that sounds like you wrote it. Like that doesn't sound.
It's so funny. I'm just sitting there like, there's no way this guy is saying this to this old lady, making fun of her and her husband he hasn't seen. Right? So the husband comes out eventually from the doctor's office, and comes and sits back down in the lobby. And he said, "Are you the one? Are you the one with the girl purse? Hey, I was asking if it matched your gay little outfit." And then the old man looked at him with the sharpest of eyes, and he sat down. It was silence, and the young couple's like the girl part of it. I think she was trying to get him to not be so mean, but I don't think he understood he was being an asshole. It's just how he was. And
no,
then
I think this just sound like that's who he is. Yeah.
Yeah. He I guess he tried to make it up eventually and talk to him, but it didn't work out. Yeah, and then I went to the doctor, and I did not lose my eye, so that's good.
Can you open it now?
It is open sometimes, and just
whoa! What do you mean sometimes?
Well, sometimes I go to sleep. There are other times where I blink. If I walk outside, it's pretty bright out there, so I close them a lot of times. But I got some sunglasses, and those help.
So, wait, are you talking about blinking?
No, like that.
Are you talking about?
No, sleeping is not blinking since the eyes stay closed.
Okay, bro. All right, bro. All right, I got it.
And the brightness outside is not blinking. That is, it's not. That's not the same. But yeah, World Cup. You watching that yet?
Yeah, I've been peeking in. I saw us lose. I did see that.
Yeah, after the whole red
saw,
card thing and I was like, you know what, this is already cursed. And and they played pretty bad. So I was pretty upset with how they played. Look, America's never been like amazing at soccer, and a lot of reasons for that. But they were playing well before, and they got in that game, and it looked like the first time you take a JV team and put them in varsity. Like they didn't, it just didn't look good. But it's okay. There's still other teams.
All right.
There's a really good game today. There's a great game today. It's probably one of the greatest games of all time for Messi there. And but I like Messi. I hate Argentina fans. They're kind of almost like Brazil fans, but I think Argentina fans are maybe worse. I can't tell yet. But Brazil's gone, so we'll see if Argentina sticks around, which they're pretty good, so it looks like they will, but we'll see.
Okay. All right. That's good. I mean, it's been fun to watch. I haven't watched every single game, but I've been peeping in whenever I remember that it exists. I did see Trump stepped in to, he had to make it about himself at least a little bit. So that was quite something. But yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. I did see that. I saw Ronaldo met up with Drake. So
he
accused
did, huh?
pedophile, not pedophile, met up with rapist. That's a cool combination. But but
this Ronaldo doesn't speak any English though, right? I don't think I've ever seen him speak
what I've
English.
seen, he doesn't. No, he doesn't speak English.
So what did they do?
Seen. I think they literally just met up and took a picture together.
Just met up
did they talk about anything? Probably, but yeah, I think they just met up, took some pictures, attempted to talk to each other. Drake tried to use one of his many accents to see if it would like break through. It probably didn't work. And then they just shook hands. So yeah, no, it wasn't anything too crazy. But yeah, no, the World Cup's been fun. It's been fun watching The Office. We have it on The Office all the time, so I'll just go, pop by and see what's going on. RIP come. We're not in it anymore. It's all over. Canada, United States.
What'd you say? RIP come? What is that?
Yeah, Canada, United States, Mexico. RIP, dog.
Yeah, RIP to the come.
Host countries out of here, bro. We're done.
I mean, that's okay. I mean, host countries. Look, I'm happy. Did Canada get anywhere? They moved out of the group, right? I don't know. I'm happy everyone's getting to see games. It's cool to have the games bounce around in different places for, it's nice. Rest in peace, come. I didn't even. There you go.
How much? Do you know how much tickets cost to try to go to one of these games?
Thousands upon thousands upon thousands.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I heard. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, it's like
I'm sure expensive. If Kolonica were here, she could have gotten like somebody would have said, "Hey, you want to get a fucking box and promote ABC makeup?" Probably could have got to one game. I would have taken off of work to do that, But
oh yeah, it's the World Cup. You can't do that again.
He's not here at the moment, so
man, they've been all over the place. Yeah. So how much is left? Because I know that the bracket's wearing down. So
we're at the quarterfinals now.
That's what I thought. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. Well,
so
man, I've been more interested in it than I thought I would be, to be honest. So it's been fun watching it.
Yeah, it reminds me too. I mean, I watch football, but watching so much football, I usually watch maybe like a game a week or like every couple weeks, because you kind of get into it. Like football is very different from other sports that I knew before it, where I mean it's just different, like how the players are in relation to the teams and how the fandoms are and how like all that stuff. But when you're watching so much football and you see so much, I used to get really upset at basketball and the flopping, but then when you watch football, you're like, it's actually not that bad. It's not that.
Oh,
bad.
dude, nah, man. I was watching, I was watching flop compilations of the NBA, right? And that's some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, those are funny.
But
They're great.
those are hilarious. But then you watch soccer. Oh my god, bro, they are the biggest babies. That's like half.
Well,
of
I mean,
soccer
they're
is
trying to get
flopping.
the call, and I get that, but like at some point, it's like, okay, just kind of,
It's like,
especially
all right,
when it
bro.
starts wasting time, like when you know, like the guy only got like slightly hurt, and then they don't give the foul, and then we sat and rolled around. Like that's when it's upset. It's different when it works. If it works, then I'm like, okay, you got it to work. You trick the guy, and you know, until they do VAR or something. But you trick the one ref guy. But yeah, I'll never complain about basketball flopping it. Well, I will when SGA
It's still
plays,
ridiculous. It's still ridiculous.
No,
Like
it's
basketball
annoying
flopping
in
is still funny as
basketball.
hell.
In football, it's ridiculous. But it's it's the game, I guess.
I think there was a game I saw on, what was the game that was? There's one game that was on Friday last week. I think it was Colombia
like
and Argentina.
2 games on Friday.
Or it was Colombia's game. But I was at a party, and they had the game on in the background. It wasn't the party wasn't for the game. It was just the party. But at one point, we were all sitting around chatting. I wasn't drinking because Haley wanted to drink, so I was being a designated driver or whatever. And at one point, they're like drunk in the other living room watching it, and they're like, "You guys gotta come in here. It's an overtime. You guys gotta come in here." So I was like, "Listen, my nigga, I wasn't even watching the game, so I'm not gonna pretend that I give a shit right now." But I walked over to go peek. Like, me and my friend Chris walked over to go peek, and I'm like looking. I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's crazy. It is overtime." Blah blah blah. I turn around, wife gone. They like just disappeared. Just went somewhere else completely. So I just watched the game for a little bit. She went to go see a bunny. The person whose houses we're at, one of them had a bunny. So she went to go look at that. But yeah, no, it's enjoying the World Cup. Nice to see things that are not football and basketball. I'm actually interested in probably watching during the regular seasons and stuff. So
That's all.
fun.
That kind of stuff's only acceptable because she's a woman, right?
Yes. No, absolutely. No, I mean, the
if
guy
you were...
I walked in the room, the guy I walked in the room with, he was also like, "What the fuck?" Because his girlfriend did his girlfriend did the same thing.
Because even if you were gay and that was your husband, that'd be like unacceptable. Like, come on.
No, yeah, that's like, come on, dog. What are we doing?
A rabbit? It might not have even been a bunny, a hare. What? Come on, fuck.
Yeah, it was a big ass bunny. I will say, it was black and white. But
are you sure it's a bunny and not
bunny.
like just a rat, a giant rat?
What's the bunny? What's bunny versus rabbit? What's the difference?
For a regular person, so for anyone with anything going on in their life, there is no difference.
Oh, there's nothing. There is actually no difference. Okay. What about hair?
The only difference is if you're a hunter or you're like a cat lady, but you switch teams.
Okay,
that's all.
So it was a bunny, not a hare. I'm looking at pictures. It's definitely a bunny. Hares look they're built for survival.
Jackalope?
Those aren't real. I learned that like 2 years ago. But yeah, those aren't actually.
Yeah, but a bunny and
exist.
a rabbit aren't the same thing, man.
No, they are. They're the exact same thing. A hare and a rabbit though are different, but a bunny and a rabbit are the exact same thing.
You telling me those little fat things that can barely move are the same things as those things that are in the streets trying to get me to crash? Also, are fat and
can barely move. No, those might be hares. But bunnies and rabbits, it's like, if you think of saying a bunny and a rabbit are different things, it's like saying a kitty and a cat are different things. They're the same. They're the same exact thing.
Nah, a cat and a kitty,
I will say,
not the same.
All right, bro. We also celebrated 4th of July since the last
4th of July.
We spoke.
250 years as a country.
All ass, bro. Anyway, so I'm close to the Capitol, where they had all the festivities, and I have reports of that. I did not go because I thought that would maybe be the worst mistake you can make on that day, is heading anywhere near that stuff, because there are all kinds of people traveling up here for it. And I'm not gonna lie, you can tell when the Hicks come out, or it's like people who like really like Trump are coming up here to come visit because they start coming and complaining that, like, you know, stuff I complain about. I will say, like, you can't buy alcohol in gas stations and in grocery stores, which is some bullshit. But they also complain about alcohol? Like, you know, the liquor store. You have to go to the liquor store. You can't go anywhere else. Like before I went to that party, I had to go get the Cutwater and the beer and all that.
It's kind of like that here in some place. I remember I went to Walmart.
Oh, no. Nah, bro. No, it's not. It's no. Yeah, we have dry counties down there or whatever, but it's not. Like it's not anywhere like here. It's like, man, like you literally cannot buy it any of those places. I think the only loophole I've seen is that Whole Foods technically has an upstairs section that technically isn't a part of the Whole Foods, so you just walk upstairs and go buy it. But most grocery stores, unless you go into a different county. I don't get it either. I mean,
look, okay, tell me this.
People are here pass down heroin. So
would you like all the homeless people and drunks in one spot? Or would you rather like have them spread out so they can't unify? The scariest thing on the streets of anywhere are unified homeless people. If I got one guy under a bridge, I'm okay.
I'd say cops are more. I think cops are worse.
Unified home people. That's it. The only difference in cop and a homeless person is they have homes. It's true.
Sure, man. Yeah.
They'll stop you. Cop, homeless people both stop you in the middle of the street, ask you stuff you don't want to know your name. Flirt with you. I mean, come on, dog. There's not really difference. The only thing is, one has a home, one doesn't.
All right, bro. Well. Anyway, I agreed with them on that, but we did that party the day before because we had the day off of work. We saw fireworks because everybody's shooting them off. On the actual day, we tried to go watch the fireworks downtown. But it rained so bad that we just had to go home because we were outside and we got soaked. And then the fireworks didn't even really do what they were supposed to do. They were only on for like 10 minutes, which is like not what you
because it's raining, dog.
Exactly. So we went and watched when the rain stopped. We went and watched the fireworks off our back porch because there were more that we could see from our back porch than there were anywhere else. It was kind of nuts. So a dud, absolute dud. But also in DC it was a dud because I'll give you a report one of my coworkers gave me. So she has, I'm not going to describe everything in depth. Her parents are ethnic. She's not white. Let's put it that way. Her parents are of an immigrant class, and this matters because they're like, oh, it's the 250th of America. Like, this is a big deal. Like, just ignoring politics and all that stuff. So they all headed out to DC, much to my coworkers' like dismay, and they waited in line for hours to get into the Washington like mall or whatever. People were passing out in line because it was so fucking hot outside. I don't know if you know this, but for 3 days on our last weekend, it was 104 fucking degrees outside, hotter than Texas all weekend.
No, it was 106 here. So yeah, chill.
No, it wasn't. It was 94 degrees. So
on July 4th, yeah, 94.
Yes. So anyway, they got in. It's like shoulder to shoulder within the mall. Trump didn't talk until like 11 p.m. And then when he did talk, it was just 45 minutes of him wheeling out new veterans to go, look, this guy probably killed some brown people. Everybody clap. Or some Asians or something. And then after he did that, because I was hoping he would speak in the middle of the day when it was at the hottest for no specific reason. But when he was done, they finally did the fireworks. And fireworks are cool, but they were trying to like set a record for how long they could do it or how many they could do. So by the finale, it was so smoky outside, you couldn't see the fireworks.
Smoky.
There's so much smoke, And that's the thing. Even where we were watching the fireworks off our back porch, it was so smoky. So like I can't imagine what it was like there. Like I'm sure they gave like all those people cancer or some shit. But weird.
That's the thing. You need that good wind. The wind to take the smoke away. That's what we do down here. Yeah. Get some of that wind going.
No, I mean, just turn the wind on. Yeah, absolutely. Just turn the wind on, and everything's good. Yeah, no, that all makes sense.
You know what else happened during the 250th birthday of the United States? While we had a birth of a nation, we had the death of physical video game discs, it's over, man.
Oh my fucking god!
Game
dude.
over, bro. Game over, man.
Press
Game over.
press that number one. I was gonna talk. I'll talk about Hollow Knight later. Actually, I'm pissed. Press that number one. Yeah. Fight. I'm gonna fight fucking Sony. So earlier this, well, no, actually not earlier this week. Last week, Sony decided to say, "Hey, guess what, guys? We're not making discs after January 2028. After that, we are not doing it. We are saying that it's because of consumer preferences, and we are shifting over to digital completely. This is also on the heels of Grand Theft Auto 6. They're saying that game is going to be only digital. I think I said last time that, they said, oh, we're going to have a physical disc. But then somebody confirmed that no, there will be no physical disc. They're also shutting down. They also announced in a separate post, they're shutting down the PlayStation Store for PS3 and Vita for good. I think next year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So starting this year and into next year, the PS3 and PS Vita stores will also be closed. So Sony just, flipped the middle finger, said, yeah, you can go fuck yourself. This transition has no impact on games that are already released, so we'll be releasing prior to January 2028. This is a natural direction for Sony Interactive Entertainment to adapt to consumer trends. Anyway, yeah. So if you own a PlayStation and you have a disc drive, thank you for doing that. If you bought a digital version, though, you can go fuck yourself. I mean, unless it was like unless it's like a pro or one of the ones that doesn't come with a disc drive, you have to add the disc drive or whatever. But still.
I mean, the problem with it is it's not a problem in and of itself, right? It makes. Well, I think we've all saw this coming like 10 years ago, right? Most people buy games digitally. Which is a surprise because when digital games were like when the online stores were kind of up and going, everybody's like, who would want to do that? Everybody wants to buy this. I mean, 10 years ago, you could see it on the wall. People are buying discs less. I think right now most games, this disc sales are at best under 20% of the sales, right? And when you buy the disc, it's just downloading it from online in most cases anyway. Disc sales are down. It costs money to put a disc drive in these things. They're all Blu-ray because you need a lot of big discs with a lot of data. Yada yada. I don't think it would be a problem if the other writing on the wall wasn't that all the things you buy and spend all this money on can be instantly taken away from you with no warning and no chance of you to get your money back or any of that. We saw Sony deleted thousands of movies from people's accounts.
No, they haven't done it yet. They're gonna do it in September. So
they're gonna delete thousands of movies from people's accounts that they've spent money on to buy. Just because we no longer have the rights for them. So even though you purchased the movie, it's going to be deleted and it's going to be gone. It's not like you can download and keep it or it's gone. It's going to be gone from your library. We've seen other music services like Zune, all the music you downloaded from there and bought, gone. All this digital stuff, because we haven't had any bills regarding the internet that are useful in 2 decades. The companies basically let you rent stuff and then they can delete it and get rid of it anytime it's convenient to them. For example, I mean, not saying this will happen, but it could. Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo could say that they want to write off a lot of these games, so they can just not make it available anymore and delete them from you. Boom, there you go. Yep. It's gone. You have no recourse because when you bought the game, you bought the right to play it for a little bit. You didn't buy the actual game. We need like legislation to make it so when you make digital purchases, you're actually buying something, and the companies have some liability in making sure you have access to it. It is ridiculous that they I mean, the whole disc thing, I would be fine if I knew that in however many years or whatever, if I have a PlayStation or I have a way to go and play the games that I spent thousands and thousands of dollars on anytime I want, and they're not just going to be deleted just because a company doesn't want to buy an extra few hard drives or something, you know? And that will be, I'm telling you, it's going to be more of a problem later. They don't have the hard drives. RAM is up. Memory's up. All these things cost more and more because of AI. AI isn't just like ruining art and ruining film and ruining music and ruining creativity and ruining school projects and writing and people's brains. It's also ruining the economy because all the things you need to pay to do the AI garbage is kind of robbing from everyone else. And eventually, you know, your Amazons, your Googles, your Microsofts, they're not going to have enough space for the clouds you're paying for and all this bullshit and all that. So, you know, we need legislation. We really need to get a hold on the physical part of everything costing so much too.
Yeah, it's really bad because here's the thing, right? This is going to cause a lot of different problems, like you said, but also like I mentioned this to you earlier last week. This is going to make these discs go like the retro game market is already fucked. Like there's 3DS games that are worth nothing or Vita games that are worth nothing that people are overcharging people for. PS5 games by like 2029 or whatever. Don't even fucking think about it, bro. Like people are going to be charging each other like $200 a disc. Just to have the disc version.
If you see a PlayStation 5 game on sale, buy it because it's gonna be worth something.
Just buy it.
If you see a place, if you go walk
buy
in
a couple
GameStop,
copies. Fuck it.
Walk in the GameStop, find some PlayStation 5 games and buy them. People are gonna love that garbage. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
ridiculous.
Because here's the thing, right? Some of this stuff didn't matter in the first place because, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's a few discs out there, like even like Crimson Desert, that is like essentially the disc is useless, right? It is the disc is just like it doesn't even have the game on it. It's just the connected.
You pop it in and it just starts downloading from
Yeah, that like I get it. Those are some, but that's actually still not like I saw somebody like try to say like, oh, that's most games anyway. It's not. A lot of games are still on the disc. Like it's not every single one, but a lot of them are still on the disc, right?
Well,
so, I don't know.
It's
man.
because like okay, right now you buy a disc, and most likely when you buy that disc, a lot of times there is a game or parts of a game you might not get all of it. It'll be on the disc because you're not required to have your PlayStation online. That's not like a requirement to do. It does connect sometimes to check stuff, but if you have a disc, you don't need that. Now that discs are not necessary, I wouldn't be surprised if and also Xbox had a leak that they also will not have discs on their systems and whatnot. But I wouldn't be surprised if these machines become online only. Like if it's not online, you won't be able to use it at all. And right now it is to an extent. Like if you buy an online game, it does need to check your licenses every once in a while, especially if you log on different consoles and you have different devices and whatnot. But basically, if you have discs, you don't need to worry about that. That wouldn't be the case if you have an online only PlayStation 6, which I think it's so dumb, but it does seem like we're going to get a PlayStation 6 next year. I don't know why. Everything's way too expensive. No one's going to be able to afford it. They're not going to be able to afford to make it. Games are like just now coming out. In the last 2 years, you know, just now coming out was like, oh, PlayStation has games, and now you're gonna come out with a 6. But it seems like that's what we're heading toward next year, which is so stupid. Yeah, I just think this is all bad. It's just leading to bad stuff. You can't trust companies because they're just money machines, you know. So
yeah, it just sucks. It's like you know. They were like you said, they've been gearing up for this. I mean, we all remember when Xbox was like, you know, to trade a digital game, you'll have to pay a fee if somebody gives you a disc or whatever the fuck. Like they've been trying to do this for like damn near 2 decades at this point, right? Like this is not like a brand new thing, but it just sucks to see it. Like, okay, well, in 2 years, prepared to, you know, this hobby is already expensive as much as it is, right? Like it's expensive already, and then this is just going to make it worse, and it's going to make sales happen less. Like games are usually less expensive physically than they are on the digital marketplace, right? Sony is already doing the shitty dynamic pricing thing. Like it's abysmal. Like it's actually like really fucking stupid. So, you know, I don't think that they'll reverse this. I think people are kind of like, you know, huffing that copium, being like, oh, well, you know, maybe if we complain hard enough. No, dude, they don't give a fuck. So yeah, I don't know, man. It also, to me, the last thing I'll say about this is, to me, this means that the PS6 is definitely not going to have a disk drive at all.
Yeah,
which means if your PS5 games are not digital games and they decide to do backwards compatibility, yeah, it doesn't fucking matter. You need to keep your PS5 with the disk drive to play those games, because PS6, whenever the hell it comes out, which I'm assuming will be like 2029, 2030.
No, it's next year, man.
If it's next year, that's the fucking anyway.
It's gonna be next year, 2028.
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be 2020. Oh, you're right. It's 2028. That's probably why it starts January 2028. They're stopping production. It's probably because the console comes out that November, right? Which is still fucking stupid. So
it's dumb.
Yeah, just hold on to your physical stuff. Hold on to your games. I am glad that I have held on to some of my stuff. Shavar has most of our shit, but I have my Vita with all my physical copies of stuff. I'm gonna go through the marketplace and buy whatever the hell is left that I want to buy that's digital, as far as like PS1 games and Vita exclusives and all that shit like that. But yeah, I don't know, man. They really shit the bed with this one. And you know, there's also, at the same time, there's nothing we can do about it. So yeah, Sony, you suck, dude. That's what a shitty move. And also, along with that news, Xbox it leaked that Xbox is working on, and I believe this because a lot of Xbox leaks are true. They're working on a disc to digital thing where you can copy your disc games and make them digital versions of it, which to me is also falling in line with, hey guys, we're going full digital soon. We'll at least be the nice guys and let you guys keep the shit you already own and make it digital. Like, it's just fucking stupid. So yeah, man, we're getting weird out here. And you know, as far as we know, Nintendo might be the only one selling physical games in the next decade, because they're always behind, which in this case works out for everybody. So keep buying those Switch games. They probably, you know, they're already doing weird shit with that, where the digital version of a Switch game costs less than the physical version, which I don't know what the fuck. I don't. Anyway, because those carts cost too much to manufacture, is what I'm hearing. Those carts cost a lot to manufacture. So yeah, man. Sony suck it, dude.
Round 2, fight.
Well, Microsoft is okay. So Microsoft is closing a bunch of Ninja Theory, Undead, I guess they're selling them off. Double Fine and Compulsion Games are being given back to the co-owners, or the founders.
It's not funny. It's not funny because of what's happening to these people. But Jesus fucking Christ!
Think of Ninja Theory. Okay, they're like, oh my god, guys. Okay, we hit the world with fucking Hellblade, and then Senua's Senuawesome, and now we got a whole new Senua game, guys. And like the very next week, Xbox is like, nah, we're out of this. You're closed. You're closed. That game's not coming out. We're not paying for it. I think Xbox is done with making video games. I think they'll put out another Xbox. I think they'll, have games. When they started buying, like, I'm pretty sure they were the first one, right? They're like, we're gonna buy Activision. We're gonna buy
Blizzard,
and then we're gonna buy Bethesda. Like, they were going out and buying these and Sony had to catch up and stuff. I think they're regretting. I think they're like pulling out of that now. I think they're like, we actually don't want to do the making the games part. we actually want to do less of that.
We'll just let somebody else do it. Yeah.
I think it kind of sucks because they had this big presentation, and some of these companies had games in that presentation, and now they're like,
nah, bro, they were advertising. Who wants these fuckers?
I mean,
you like this game? Come buy the company.
Ninja Theory, you're making your new. What is it? That's the third one, right?
It's the third one. Yeah,
Senua,
in the
right?
Hellblade series,
and it is exclusive to Xbox. a company now that wants nothing to do with you. It shuts you down. So Xbox is restructuring. They fire a whole bunch of people to. They said there are so many people doing jobs that other people are already doing. Yes, when you have $1 billion company, there's usually more than one guy doing a particular job. I don't know what that means when they say that. Oh well, I do know what it means. It means actually we can get AI to do a lot of this, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. These poor people. Double Fine, I think, is just out here. IO Interactive, who Microsoft is also collaborating with on a project, they separated too, and they said, well, we had to close the studio, but we get to keep the game that we were working with Microsoft on. It's not canceled. So yeah, I don't know, man. This week for console gamers, man, it's looking pretty bad out here. But then again, the week before was bad for PC gamers because the Steam machine came out and it was like just okay. Like it wasn't it was just like, yeah, this thing's all right. I mean, if you like to play games at 1080p and sometimes reach the frame rate that you want to reach. But yeah, no, man. Xbox said, "Oh, you guys don't like that whole physical game thing going right with PlayStation? We're just gonna lay off everybody. It's the largest layoff in the industry. How about that? We can also fuck up and fall on our face." So shout out to them. Shout out to them. Just everybody just shit in the bed this week. I am just baffled by like Xbox just sinking so much money into these things and then going, all right, man, let's get rid of this shit. We don't need it no more. Who needs this anymore? And it's like, wow, man, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, and how things are going. Look, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And look, the world is not in a great place. The economy, there are a lot of people doing well. That's not most people. The industries are. The tech industry right now is heavily, 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 heavily propped up by AI, and it's also simultaneously poisoning the industry. It's the same with entertainment. It's the same with these video games and all of this. It's they're like bleeding money with stuff that wasn't so expensive not too long ago. And so I'm not surprised people losing jobs. I'm not surprised they're cutting people. I'm not surprised things are slowing down. It's just too expensive to do these things. Especially when, I mean, even just building the machine itself, forget making the games or just the stuff to make the computer to make the game cost 3 times more than it did 6 years ago, or even 8 years ago. It's just way too expensive. So that's just the way things are going. It's the way it's going to be, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. So, yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, buy games on sale, and then when you can't buy them anymore because they made it unaffordable, you'll have plenty to play.
Hey, question. What's your least favorite kind of disabled person?
You,
it's
nigga.
Okay.
No, I'm not answering. That's not.
Okay, you can tell me after.
I don't. I don't have private. No. The answer is I don't have one. Okay. Wow, that was fucking crazy. Anyway, since the last time we spoke,
you can tell me after
Evo also happened. Evo also happened. And there's a lot of cool stuff that happened. 2XKO brackets were actually like really fun to watch. I really liked watching Guilty Gear as well. As far as 2XKO, yeah, Sonic Fox, that's that dude. Sucked not seeing Mortal Kombat there this year. It sucked not seeing Mortal Kombat there, but I get why, I guess. But we got some cool announcements there, though. I won't do the coolest one first. I feel like that's kind of rude. Avatar Legends. I'm not gonna lie. Avatar Legends, the fighting game. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That shit looks fire. It looks really good. People have been playing the beta. Were playing the beta this last weekend. Looks like a very solid fighting game. I want to get that when it comes out. Looks great. They're doing this thing where people got to like vote for like the first downloadable characters. So, well, for the fifth of the first 5 downloadable characters to be able to vote for. So, I liked the show when I was a kid. I think it's kind of weird because there's a lot of adults my age who are still like very invested in it, even though the show's been over for like a decade. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But I don't really care about that part. The game looks sick, so I'm super down to play it. Robo-Kai and Guilty Gear Strive, cool stuff. People have been asking for him for a while. He looks a lot cooler than he ever has before. Bob is back in Tekken. He's fat. He's back to being fat. Skinny Bob lived in my nightmares.
No, I like Skinny Bob. I'm tired of Fat Bob. Fat Bob is not fun.
Why do you hate Fat Bob?
Because we had Fat Bob for
Christ.
so long.
I just googled that. I googled Skinny Bob and I did not get what I thought I would get. What the fuck
you
is
got
that?
Some porn,
anyway,
listen.
No, it's an alien, bro. What the fuck is that?
Okay, listen. In Tekken, there's a character Bob. The whole joke of Bob is that he is this amazing martial artist. He's basically Ken from Street Fighter, except because he's American, he's a fat blonde guy, and he likes cheeseburgers, and he likes them so much he's super fat. But he's also really good at martial arts. That's Bob. Okay, that's
he was like
fine.
Tekken's response to Rufus in Street Fighter 4, which arguably is like 10 times worse than Bob. Not even arguably, he's 10 times worse than Bob. He's not cool at all.
Rufus not cool at all.
And his fighting style sucks. But Bob is cool because he doesn't do like the stereotypical fat guy fighting. He's gonna hit you with his belly and he's gonna
he does like regular martial arts.
He does regular ass moves.
But that's the joke. So, he does really okay. But when Skinny Bob showed up, because it was funny to see that Bob, Skinny Bob basically got tired of being called fat because people were being mean to him, and he became Skinny Bob. Okay, Skinny Bob as a character is a really cool character because he's Bob, but skinny, and you don't have any other like that kind of character in the game, like his fighting style. That look, everybody in the game in Tekken is like really super ethnically, culturally something, or they're like they're all caricatures. Like there's the maniac soldier robot man, and then there's the stoic soldier robot man, and then there's the vampire soldier. He's not a soldier, he's vampire robot man, and then you've got the Japanese guy. And the Japanese guy's dad, and the Japanese guy's son, and his illegitimate son,
his mom,
and his cousin, and his Japanese mom. And then you have the Korean guy, and the Korean guy's also Korean master who also does half the same moves. And then you have the Mexican guy who wears a tiger mask, and his brother who is also a Mexican guy who wears a leopard mask, and then his master who's a Mexican guy who wears a leopard mask, and then his son or it's just like all the same thing over and over again. Bob was cool because Bob was like not one of those things and not related to another character, and I like Skinny Bob. I was hoping Skinny Bob would return. We did not. We got Fat Bob.
He might. We'll see. He won't, but he might. I mean, he was only in Tekken Tag 2, which to me is still like, even though whatever. Even though people who play like fighting games seriously consider Tekken Tag 2 like a fucking joke because matches take way too long, and it's not balanced at all. Tekken Tag 2, he was a DLC character, and I was reading a story a second ago. He was really like depressed when he was skinny, because what happened was he wins the tournament, and then he, without realizing it, he lost weight, and he was like, what? So he ended up being pissed off because he wasn't fat anymore. And his like pants are falling down and shit. So it actually is like he was actually like depressed. But anyway, he's back. Bob's back. He's fat. He looks good. They upgraded him for the Tekken stuff. He looks good. I think it's fine. I actually want to get back into Tekken. I know a lot of people hate it right now, but I watched some Evo stuff and that looked fun. So Bob's back. What else? Oh, man, they're going crazy with Virtua Fighter. They're just introducing dudes who don't even have names. They just calling them Killer. The Bakunawa Killer was announced at Evo as well. And I listened to Castle Super Beast, And they, Pat on there is a big Virtua Fighter fan. He talks some shit about the lore. I don't know, man. I don't care, but the character looks cool. I'm sure it's related to some story stuff. Now, how people used to talk back in the day about, oh, I didn't know Mortal Kombat had a story. That's how I feel about Virtua Fighter. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. I kind of don't care either. But yeah, he's there, new character announced, and by new character I mean the game's not fucking out yet, so they're just leaking characters. Not leaking, but they're showing off characters. Invincible Versus, first season of DLC comes out launched June 30th, because that's past that now. With 2 playable characters, the Immortal and Universa. 2XKO dropped 2 characters, or is dropping 2 characters. I forgot. I didn't realize they were dropped it out. Which, a real quick thing about that game. So they cut the staff for that game in half, like a couple months, like a month after it came to console, right? And I think the way they announced it, it scared a lot of people off, because I still to this day see people be like, didn't that game get like canceled, or like didn't they like stop production on that game? Meanwhile, they've dropped like 10 characters. Like they dropped a lot of characters since that game came to console, right? They dropped a few before it came to console, but like they dropped a lot of characters. Since it came to console. You mean
released? When you say dropped,
no, released. Yes, released. Like they dropped. No, oh my god, why are you being old, man?
I forgot you were a hip hopper. Okay,
not hip hopper. Anyway, they put a lot of new characters in the game, right? Like there's 2 more that they announced, and there's like more they have even planned for the rest of the year this year. I think there's another character coming out in like October or something. But a lot of people would speculate like, oh well, after this it's over. But I don't know. This game's doing pretty well, so hopefully they add more characters.
Yeah, I gotta play the game, but it takes a lot of time, man. I don't know any of the characters. It's really hard for me to. I gotta.
Who gives a shit?
Me. That's why I haven't played.
No, but like, who gives a shit who they are? I mean, okay, here's the thing, right?
Me.
You're not gonna know because. Well, here's the thing, Shar. You're not gonna know who they are because it's League of Legends. There's like literally fucking 150 characters. I'm not even joking. There's a lot of characters in that universe, and you're not gonna know all of them, right? So just find somebody in the game you think looks cool. Who cares about the lore? I'm sure you watched Arcane. Just pick the person you like from Arcane and just go with that, right?
I tried. I was watching. I
didn't watch it.
Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah,
my nigga, I ain't watch it either. I mean, but I like it. I think it's fun. I need to play it some more. I haven't played it in like a couple months, so like a lot of characters come out since then. But it's good. It's a solid game. There's no inputs or whatever too. So if you're one of those people afraid of that, then it's fine. But great game. Fun to watch too at Evo. Very fun to watch. And watch the Sajam Slam too if you haven't watched that. There's a lot of fun stuff with that. The weirdest announcement. SNK is re-releasing Art of Fighting 3, and they're also adding 2 characters. They're adding King and Yuri to the game. I didn't know you could do that, but they're doing it. They're re-releasing this old game, and they're also adding Yuri and King to the game. So I thought that was kind of interesting, but that they're adding characters to like a 30-something-year-old game. Path of Warrior. Yeah, the Path of the Warrior R should be coming out at some point. They didn't announce a date. Kenshiro is in Fist of the North Star now. He came out like at Evo. They just after the tournament ended, after Evo ended, he was available. They just released him right after Evo. I need to go check him out, but he looks really fun from the gameplay stuff I've seen. And then lastly, Deadpool kind of stole the show because Tokon announced the last team for the roster. So now we have all the characters that will be in Tokon, and they kind of pulled a fast one. The trailer literally like jokes about it being what is it called? The Midnight Suns. And at the last second they like swap it out. They're like, no, it's not the Midnight Suns. So even though it consists of a few members of the Midnight Sun, so along in the trailer we get Loki, Blade, and Deadpool announced for Tokon. I think it's great that Blade is finally in a fucking fighting game. I think it's taken way too long to get Blade in the fighting game, but he looks sick. Deadpool is back for the first time since Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was the last fighting game he was in, and like most of his moves are references to other fighting games. That's the last
fighting game most of the characters are in. So.
Is that true?
Yes.
Did you forget about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite? Are you one of those people that just
it doesn't
acts
count.
like the game doesn't exist? All right, that's what I thought.
Okay,
but,
did that game have
Deadpool,
Storm? Or
I think
did it have
did.
Did it have Wolverine? It did not. I'm pretty sure it did not. Did it have Wolverine?
Oh wait, yeah. It didn't have any X-Men because of the stuff at the time. Yeah, no. Deadpool looks great. He has like references to like Mortal Kombat and Guilty Gear and Street Fighter. Like he has all these other moves that are not related at all to anything anybody else does. But it looks good. Still 4v4, which is insane to me, but also really cool. And yeah, they have DLC planned for this game, so I'm excited to see how that goes too. But yeah, Tokon comes out in, if I'm not mistaken, August.
I think I'll play Tokon for sure.
August 6th. Yeah. Wow, it's
a
a few weeks around. What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure I'll play Tokon. We'll have to pre-order that, but it's hard, man.
$80, so that's cool.
I don't know anybody who plays fighting games anymore. You know, I mean, you play like once a month.
If you tell me to get on, I'll get on.
Dog, chill, bro. Chill, dog, bro. Chill. Yeah, don't. Come on,
chill,
dog.
You chill.
You need to hold on that. All right,
you
chill, dog.
You chill.
We ain't about telling lies in here.
If you set a time, hey, we're talking right now. It's a Tuesday, Wednesday morning, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. Listen, we can make it work. But yeah, that was all the stuff from Evo. Also random stuff. They added Jubilee to Wait, is her name really Jubilation Lee? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes, dog. This is from the 80s, brother. Yes, it's Jubilation Lee.
I never knew that. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my fucking life. Anyway, she's in Marvel Rivals now. Which is cool. Marvel Rivals has a crazy roster now. It has an insane roster, but and it says Jubilee and the Hood join the game. So the
Hood, everyone's favorite character.
Yeah, no, I don't know who that is.
The Hood is a guy who found a hood that was magical and let him shoot magic bullets. But he's just making up niggas now. He's just a dude.
They just made up some niggas. That's crazy. Anyway,
no, he's a real guy. Yeah, he's a real guy. He was in the MCU.
Bullshit is this?
He was in the Ironheart show. The Hood. He's in the Ironheart show.
The Ironheart show. Not you. Nobody knew that existed. What are you talking about?
It's the guy from.
It's not real.
It's the I don't know. Puerto Rican. I don't know. It's the guy from Transformers, the last Transformers movie.
What? I don't know who that is.
The guy. He's got the tiny eyes. You know, the tiny eye.
Persona. Netflix decided to do the dumbest shit in the world. They're adapting a live action version of Persona 5. Don't know why that makes any sense, but fuck it. Yeah, might as well.
People watch it. Here, listen.
I will not be watching that.
We're at the end of times, okay? Everything you thought you'd never see, you will see. All right, it's just how it is. Get used to it. All right. I'm not surprised by anything anymore. Okay. So.
Me neither. I mean, it is indeed as the saying goes. It is what it is. Yeah. So I'm not watching that shit, but shout out to them. Listen, I feel like they started sniffing their own farts ever since people really liked that live action One Piece. And then they're also making another One Piece that is not live action. It's the anime again, but they're doing like a Dragon Ball Kai type of deal with it. So that's interesting. But yeah. I'm still just mad at Sony. So, but that's all. I think that's all the news this week. Besides,
So what about? Tell me about these disabled people you're not a fan of.
So I actually beat Hollow Knight about 30 minutes before we hopped on. I'm not answering your question.
You can tell me after.
And that game's good, man. That game's good, man. So
I always get Hollow Knight confused with Shovel Knight.
I know, and it sucks because they came out around the same time and they're both Kickstarter games. So yes, it is very confusing. They are two very different games though. Shovel Knight is more of like an action adventure game with some RPG elements. Hollow Knight is a Metroidvania. Yeah, it's a Metroidvania. It's got like the corpse run stuff.
What's the game with where the guy is like Shovel Knight but he jumps?
Shovel Knight jumps. It's like the main thing he does. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, that is Shovel Knight. Okay, jumping. Okay. It's just the game where you jump, right? So, you just like you try to jump to the next place.
That's literally not the entire game, but I mean you do jump.
Okay, so you don't know the game about like
you're talking about the Shovel Knight like spin-off or something? Like there is another Shovel Knight game that is like a lot more simple. I think that might be the one you're talking about.
No, there's a game where you have to jump. And all you do is jump to get from one thing.
That does not help me with anything.
It's okay, dog. Let me say game where you jump kinda hard. Games where there's a lot of jumping. That's 2 years ago. No, not Super Meat Boy, but it's in the same Jump King. Jump King.
I mean,
that's what
Jump King. No, okay, yeah, Jump King is not related at all. Right. So yeah, Jump King is completely unrelated. It also came out like 10 years after.
No,
yes,
hold on.
it is.
No, hold on. This is not mine.
Nigga, listen to me, okay? No, stop Googling shit.
No, you don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's Jump King.
I know exactly what... Nigga, I know exactly... Why did you say it again?
Why you
just said what it was.
Why do you keep calling me that?
We just said what...
Are you Tupac?
Yes, nigga. Yes. So, okay, stop talking. So, yes. I don't know why you looked it up again. You just identified it as Jump King. Yes, it is Jump King. That is the name of
I know
game.
it's a name.
But that game also came out like a decade after the games I'm talking about. So or like 6 or 7 years after the games I'm talking. 5 to 6 years after the games I'm talking about.
Thank you.
Do you know when Hollow Knight came out?
2015. It came out 2015.
Boy, well, okay, 2017. It came out 9 years ago.
Okay. Jump King was 2019.
Jump King 2019. Yeah. So
a decade,
but it didn't really take off until 2020. But anyway, completely unrelated to the fucking game I'm talking about. God damn, you railroaded that. So Hollow Knight is good. It's a good game. I will say it is one of those games that came out and it had a lot of Kickstarter goals, so they added a lot of stuff after it came out. And part of me is wondering, man, this game must have been kind of just okay when it came out and it was like just the basic version. Because they added a lot of stuff with the DLC. There's a lot of bosses, there's a lot of new areas, there's a lot of new items. But that is all in the base game now. There's no like you don't download DLC. It's all just in the game now, right? So I beat it 19 hours, and to get the basic ending, the base ending. There's another ending you can get by getting 2 halves of this like item, but to do that, you need to basically beat a shit ton of like side bosses or like go find like these like little like platforming challenges and stuff like that, right? So I did the basic ending, and the cool thing is it's kind of like Dark Souls, where when you beat that and then you reload your save, or whatever, you can just start right before you beat the final boss. So before me and Shavar started recording, I was already going back and getting stuff that I missed. But I finished the game with 72% completion.
Why is it called railroading when railroads go on a designated path?
Yeah, your designated path is hell. So, the game goes up to 112%, which I think is interesting because there's like a boss challenge thing, and then there's also a mode you unlock after you beat the game where it's permadeath. So to like get all the achievements, you have to beat the game without dying once, which I will say this game is difficult. Like it's not an easy game by any means. I think if you're competent with like. At some point, not right now. I'm gonna try to do the 100% stuff before I do that. But yeah, and the goal with that I think is to beat the game as fast as possible, or get beefed up as much as possible and just go beat the final boss. Because I will say the final boss is not that hard. There are other bosses in the game that are harder. I was upgraded enough for the final boss. It took me 3 tries. There are other bosses in this game that took me like 6 tries. There's actually a side boss, Nightmare King Grim, that you have to complete 2 side quests to even get to fight him. I started that fight. Holy shit! I was like, yeah, I need to come back later. Okay. But no, great. I actually do see everything people like about this game. It's very good. It's very polished. Everything works how it's supposed to. There's a lot of like cool tricks you can do to get around stuff, like the Metroid types, like Metroid, you can like skip areas or whatever. There's a lot of stuff like that. I also figured out, I haven't unlocked it yet, but there is in fact a fast travel in this game. That is not like the tram or whatever, like the little beetle dude that runs you around everywhere. If you reach a certain like thing, like threshold for a specific objective, you literally get to just like teleport wherever you want to, which takes care of my entire like corpse run problem. So I have reversed some of my opinions on this game based on that. So fantastic game. I plan on 100%ing it, but I probably won't be focusing on it like super soon because I want to play something else. But great game. Very, very glad I played it. Very glad I gave it a third chance.
Let me.
It's good. It's very good.
Let me pick your next game.
I highly recommend it.
Let me pick your next game, brother. How about that? Let me do that. Let me pick your next game.
Before you pick, why you think about picking my next game? I'll just say a couple other things. The story is very cryptic, a la Souls, but if you pay attention, you can tell what's going on. There's like 6 or 7 endings. And a lot of the characters are very charming. There's a lot. That's the other Dark Souls thing. It's like, those Dark Souls quests where you meet NPCs and you can like either save them or they help you with boss fights and stuff. It has a lot of quests like that, and those end up really cool. I liked a lot of the NPCs I met. A lot of memorable characters, despite the fact that they don't actually have voices. They mostly speak in like text boxes. But
disabled. Yeah,
okay. I think that's definitely one of the better games like the 2010s is Hollow Knight. Very, very, very solid game. Yeah, what you got for me? What you want me to play?
Oh well, are you done with this game or what?
I'm gonna keep playing it, but like I'm not gonna like I technically beat it already, but I'm gonna keep playing because I want the other endings. But at the same time, like I'm gonna play something else more. Like I'm gonna move on to something else and then like pick this up when I'm like, oh, let me go back to Hollow Knight and try to get all the items so I can go beat this boss. Like, I'll go back to it at some point, but just like. I'm not gonna be like, I would play this game for like hours. Like I think like last night I played the game. I played it like 3 hours straight. Like, So, what do you got? What do you want me to do?
I mean, if let me think. I gotta determine if you're actually done with this. Are you gonna go to like a?
I think I'm also thinking I'm gonna try to go back to Final Fantasy VII, the original.
Hey,
I charged my Vita back. I charged my Vita back up. And I opened it back up, and I'm about to fight Hojo, I think, or I got.
The only thing I want to play in Vita right now, I want to play Exit. Man, that game was.
That's the wrong console, my nigga.
What?
That's PSP, dude.
Same thing, different.
It's a PSP game. I think you can buy it on Vita, but damn, Exit, that was a game, bro. That was a gamer's game. That's a oof.
Yo, one of the best games of all time, Exit. You don't know?
Yeah, fantastic.
Okay, so not gonna talk about the disabled stuff. I played the Onimusha demo. I beat it.
Oh, how is it? I didn't get around to that.
It's gay with capital H, brother. Listen, all right. This ain't no Tsushima, all right. Everybody gotta understand this. That's Tsushima. It's Japanese. There's a sword. Okay, there are a lot of problems with the demo. No, there aren't. There aren't a lot of problems with the demo. The demo is extremely easy. I wouldn't be surprised if you could just mash the quick attack button throughout the whole thing. There's a lot of cool stuff in the game. First, cool stuff. Okay, there are a lot of combat options. You can parry, you can deflect, you can dodge, and there are a lot of combat mechanics. Parrying and deflecting builds up your like cool sword meter and your attack meter. There are clashes you do with enemies. When you break their stamina, you get different options. There's a lot of cool stuff like that. There's a lot of environmental stuff. You can, if there are a bunch of archers shooting at you, you can pick up a giant piece of wood and move in close and kick them, or launch a cart and all this stuff. Okay, great. There are some interesting enemies like that look cool, kind of. And there is a skill to the game. All right. The demo is extremely easy. It's like playing a game on very easy mode. If you wanted to parry guys, you'd have to sit there and wait, and they kind of look at you, and then one guy will come up and he'll do a thing and attack. There are some enemies that are a little more aggressive, like these like lizard spike guys, demon guys in the game, but the demo is very, very easy. When you attack a guy over and over again, they'll start blocking sometimes, which is fine.
Sometimes
they have so little health. Everything has so little. If you get 3 hits in, everything is dead in 3 hits maximum, except like there's a mini boss and then a boss. But even when you get to the mini boss and you learn what you're doing, like you really destroy it. But when you get to the boss, you realize that there are a lot of cool things in the combat. There's a lot of interesting stuff you can do. It's just really, really easy. And I don't know if that's because it's a demo, because it's a demo, they decided to make it easy, or if that's how they actually plan for the game to be. I hope that's not the case, because
if they don't, there should be at least difficulty like options.
There is a difficulty option in the game. In the demo, there's difficulty options, and if you choose I want to fight stuff and be a badass option, it is. I don't even know what the story casual option would be like. It's so easy already.
Right, just put the controller down at that point.
Probably when I play this game, I'm gonna play it on the absolute most difficult of difficult things. I don't see how you could play it it's just it's almost a waste, because you could tell they put a lot of effort into like the animations and the parrying, and so like you can parry in the game like in Sekiro, right? You block at the right time, but you can also deflect in the game. And if you parry, you get an extra hit. But if you deflect, you don't get the hit, but you do more stamina. And then if you build up, and in this game, when you use your gauntlet, you can move around, which kind of, which is, I guess it's fine. Like, why wouldn't I be able to move? But in the old game, you couldn't move around when you used the gauntlet. You had to stand still and suck it up, and that was like a risk reward thing, like. And in this one, you can move. Which maybe needs to be an upgrade, or maybe needs to be, I don't know. It's just too easy. It's too easy, and it feels like a waste of a game, because there's so much cool stuff in it. It feels very linear too, which is okay. It's okay to have a linear game, but it needs to be like Devil May Cry, just kind of like that game Onimusha was. You get to a room, and it's got to be a hard room to get through, and you get to the next part in the next room, and it's got to be difficult.
Yeah,
like
it was
Ninja
like
Gaiden,
it was like Resident Evil-ish kind of thing. Like it was very like the combat was very like intimate or whatever in the Onimusha games from what I remember. So
I don't think people get intimate with swords unless they want to die. Okay, but yeah, it was very.
All right, buddy.
It's very much, you get to a room, it's a difficult room, you battle, you survive, you move to the next thing. And this is that. But at one point, there's a room, and they throw like a bunch of enemies at you, and then more keep coming. And it's easy as pie. It's so like, it's like the archer guys. If I wait for the archer to shoot me, he'll shoot. And I've got to wait like 6 seconds before he shoots again. That's kind of crazy. He needs to be like 6 seconds. They need to be shooting at me like,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I don't know, because I thought people were kind of like joking. I'll play it and see if I think I'll think the same exact thing. But I have seen, that's the main complaint I've seen about it, is that people are like, hey yo, this shit is easy. Like,
you
it's
have
not
to
like a joke.
struggle to use the mechanics in the game because you have to wait so long for the enemies
That
to
is
like
exactly
approach
what I've
you,
heard.
or
Yeah.
it and also
And that's what I've
actually
heard
the
from everybody.
actual worst part of the game, and I didn't play it in Japanese. I let it play in English. The main character and the lines that they've written for him, these translated Japanese to English, like it doesn't match. It's like 007 in the fucking Meiji period, making it just doesn't, the way the guy talks and reacts to his gauntlet, and they're like, it's not cracking jokes, but he's like, even when he talks when you kill the enemies and stuff, it's just, this isn't serious. Like, this is a joke. This is not real. And I don't like it. So when I play it, I'm gonna play it in Japanese. I hope the voice acting is better in Japanese. The English voice acting is it's not if this voice acting came out 20 years ago, people would praise it for how fucking grounded and awesome it is. And then when you get older and you're not 8 years old anymore, it's like, oh my god, can this guy and it's not everyone. There are other characters in the game who talk, and it's like, okay, they're voice acting, talking, whatever. It's just the main guy and talking to the gauntlet. It's so corny. Like Devil May Cry is really corny, but it's cool because it's corny. This is not that. It's just corny. It's yeah.
That's okay. Maybe the full game will change opinions a little bit. We'll see. But that's a little
All right,
I don't know about that. I'll give it a shot. So you gonna tell me what you want me to play? You said you want me to play something, then you just didn't.
Well, I was gonna tell you to play Lords of Fallen, but I'm tired of playing that. I already played it.
Well, nigga, I'm the one playing it, so.
Well, it's more fun multiplayer, and I need multiplayer trophies too. Go play Maneater. Go finish that. Go
Maneater.
That.
Oh yeah, I'll play that. Yeah, I have that game. Yeah, I can play. I think. Wait, do I have it on Steam? Hold on, I have Steam open right now. Do I have Maneater on Steam? Yes, I do. I do have.
But do you have the DLC on Steam?
No, I do not.
Yeah, just play it on
the
PlayStation.
The DLC is $150.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, go play that. Go play Maneater, bro.
Yeah, I'll do that. That sounds fun. I'll do that.
Listen, there's no more episode today. The show is over. The episode is done. There's no more news. Hey, I don't know what you want.
Do I want to be called a little person? We gotta stop. Cut the shit off. I'm not doing this with you anymore. We'll catch you guys next time. Thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Don't say the M word or the N word. Neither one. Don't say it. I can say it, not you.
You shouldn't say it either. Huh?
Okay, MLK.
Midget Luther King.